my game 5, I'd moved up a few tables, and I got paired against Lance Jensen, who had an Ogre Kingdom's army. So he had really cool conversions. I loved a lot of his army, especially his man-eaters were just fantastic Ogre conversions. So you're going to see some of those in the pictures to follow. And he has this fairly standard Ogre build, a couple Iron Blasters, a big unit of Iron Guts with all his characters, unit of Mournfang, and he actually had a Giant as well, which was a really cool conversion. So let's run through it really quick. So over on his left flank, he had the unit of Mournfang, and then you can see the Giant here. It's being whipped by an Ogre that's standing behind it. It's really neat. It's an old Giant being whipped by an Ogre. So very, very cool stuff. In the middle, sorry for the blur, as you can see, he's got, I think, around 15 plus Iron Guts with 3 characters in it, 3 or 4 characters in it, and his 2 Iron Blasters up on the hill. And then he scouted up some man-eaters on my flank. So on my flank, we can see we got my 3 Skull Crushers, 2 Chimera, the BSB. We got the BSB out there right opposite his cannons. Got the Chimeras there opposite the cannons because I'm got to get rid of the Iron. If I can get the way I'm looking at it with this big giant unit, Gutstar unit, if I can just, with the speed I have, if I can just get rid of those cannons, I'm really going to control the field, and so that's the plan. In the middle, we've got my unit 10 warriors. They're behind the chariots. And holy shit, that's a terrible picture. I am so sorry. It's almost psychedelic, huh? Like, this is about how I felt, I guess, at this point in the game, how tired I was. But God, we gotta move on. This is a Hell Cannon and a Demon Prince over on the right flank. Oh, thank God, that's more clear. You'd think somebody here would be in charge of quality control, but it's just madness around here. Okay, so yeah, his turn. He moved the Giants up. You can see I've scooched the dogs up too, and I'm gonna do my usual thing at Nova. Try to just put the dogs into the deployment zone and capture things like the extra objectives, the deployment zone and the building. And the building is not this one, but it's the one on the other side of the table. So these dogs are headed to the deployment zone. And yeah, he moves his cannons up. I don't know why he moved his cannons up, because he could have taken shots at me without moving them. And when he moved them up like this, it put them, I think I needed to roll like a 9 and a 10 and a 10 to get them with my BSB and my Chimeras. And I really want those cannons dead, so that put him in range. And I think he could have shot at me from where he was just sitting on the hill before. So yeah, he's scooched up his Iron Guts. They definitely not something I want to mess with. Just charge everything to the front and fight, or get charged would be the worst. And he brings up his Mournfang. These guys, they come on up to the flank here. They just kind of position themselves there. And they charged the dogs and killed the dogs. Sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah, dogs are sent packing, and man-eaters kind of just hang out over there. They're going to get charged by the Skull Crushers. See how that pans out. Alright, and he takes a shot with both cannons. I think one of them actually misses or overshoots, and the other one does 1 wound to a Chimera. So, my turn. I take those desperate charges, and I get them. I get a Chimera into 1 Iron Blaster and the BSB into another Iron Blaster. I do need to win these combats, especially the BSB combat, because I know he's going to flank charge that BSB otherwise with the Gutstar, but I'm not super concerned with it. So I think I can win with the charge, banner, and the damage I can deal out with Strength 7. I think I can do it. So otherwise, I move my Demon Prince over there to help with leadership. That other Chimera failed its charge, and I just move on everything on up. And I got my nastier chariot over on the right. I can't remember if he failed a charge or he just moved up to protect the Hell Cannon, or maybe flee from a charge from the Mournfang, but he kind of goes on up there. I think I failed the charge. I think I needed like a 9 to get there, and I was just going to go for it, block them up back there. But anyway, he's hanging out on the fence now. And yeah, this is my way of showing that the Hell Cannon did 4 wounds to the giant here. This may be the most impressive shot that the Hell Cannon took all game. It was a brute in combat for a lot of my games, but its shooting was really, really subpar. But yeah, 4 wounds on the giant, as exciting as it could be. I think the idea was maybe to shoot the giant and try to get the Mournfang to panic. Anyway, these guys, they go in, they do about 5 wounds total to the man-eaters. They take 1 or 2 wounds in return. I think they only took 1, maybe 0. He really fluffed his roll. Anyway, they do some damage to the man-eaters, and that combat's going to grind for a while. Over here, Mr. Chimera, he takes down his Iron Blaster, and the BSB runs down his other Iron Blaster. So both Iron Blasters are taken care of, which I'm thrilled about. I really can control the board at this point, and I've managed to scooch up the old BSB with the overrun so that he can't charge anything. He can't see anything to charge it on that flank. This guy, he charges my chariot with the Mournfang. And then he's kind of, I think he just doesn't, it's really a tough pickle that he's in at this point. So he ends up reforming to face the BSB. I think he's not sure what to do, and he's trying to make the best of a really bad situation. Yeah, I think he gets a spell off. He does a couple more wounds to that Chimera. And over here you can see I did some more damage to the man-eaters, and they were stubborn on a 9, but they failed it, so they ran off the board. These guys pursued them, so that's the man-eaters gone. This flank is completely clear at this point. Over here, I actually charged the Mournfang with the Hell Cannon. Just said, the hell with it, it's better than being charged, right? So he got in there, started grinding away, and I like him in combat a lot at T6 with the 3-up armor and 5-up ward. He seems to just, and he's got enough attacks that he seems to just grind away at things, even tough stuff, until they go down. So over here I'm positioned, I just kind of moved to his flank and his rear, moved my Demon Prince and other Chimera to the flank. The chariots are coming up in that general direction as well, even though their charges are longer. So he's going to have a tough decision to make here on how to take these charges going forward. I mean, it's a tough unit, but I have it surrounded at this point. And over here, put a couple chariots into the giant. It's only got a couple wounds, or it's got 1 or 2 wounds left, so it's just going to pop. And this battle, they just grind away. And I rally the big chariot here, so it's going to come in and help with those Mournfang long term. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over and claim. I'm going to use, I know the dogs ran, but I have this unit of warriors, and it's going to go claim the objective. And you can see my chariots are all set up after killing the giant. They're all set up to go and take a good swing at that Gut Star. Yep, grind. So I think this is pretty much it. Got in there. He killed one of the Chimeras. His BSB with the Crown of Command ends up in a challenge with the I remember either one of his characters had the Crown of Command, but one of them's in base-to-base contact with the Demon Prince. The other one's in a challenge with the BSB, and they're both going to get killed, which is going to cause that unit to run and be destroyed. Meanwhile, the Chariot down south and the Hell Cannon are going to finish off the Mornfang. This ended up being, I got all the bonus objectives. I think I ended up with 21 points. I was a little bit shy of a complete massacre because I think I lost a Chariot, some dogs, and that Chimera, and that it was tough to get the ultimate victory here. So it ended up, it's a big win for me. So I'm headed on up for my last game to Game 6. I'm headed up quite a few. I think I jumped 20 places up in the standings just from this game. So it went well for me. So we'll get, hopefully the next day or two, we'll get the Game 6 up and see how things go. I hope you enjoyed it.